Go. Thank you for joining me today. Grab your popcorn and Junior Mints because we're about to go on a little cinematic journey few people realize is available to take. Movies take people to places they could never go on their own. People can be transported in time or spend an hour and a half on another planet. We can go on an emotional roller coaster or laugh so hard our sides hurt. And if being scared is your thing, that's available too. Movie magic or double vision? Let me explain. For several decades, there have been movies at the theater at the same time with the same plot, same character traits, same endings. Why is this? Let me explain. To answer the question, I need to go back in time to 1977. Most of us go to the movies for the first time as children. My first movie was Star Wars. Nicholas Barber recounts in his article, The Film Star Wars Stole From, which is published in 2016, that many times George Lucas has admitted to borrowing the idea from Star Wars from a 1958 samurai classic, The Hidden Fortress. Both movies contain people trying to escape war, peasants helping a man and a woman, one a general, one a princess, and in the end, good wins over evil. Sound familiar? With a list of just 14 movies, and the list could go on and on, we see that Hollywood may not be that original. Writers and scripts to multiple filmmakers send scripts to multiple filmmakers each year in hopes of having their film chosen to be produced. It's possible that maybe they sold their ideas to more than one production company. I guess we'll see. Alexa Hoyle, in her 2019 publication, Twin Films, goes as far as to print grossing box office numbers for films being compared that were the same in the same year. I'll start with 1989's Turner and Hooch and K-9. Tom Hanks and Jim Belushi both starred in movies that contained policemen and their dog companions. Both did fairly well at the box office. Turner and Hooch actually scraped out a little better than K-9. 9 years later, Ants and Bugs Life came out virtually the same time. And they're both about seeing the world through an ant's perspective. Albeit one a little darker than the other, they were both big hits. Bugs Life outsold Ants at the box office by a little over 1.5%, but both still did really well. That same year, two more competing films came out, both about asteroids threatening to destroy the Earth: Deep Impact and Armageddon. Armageddon actually did about $50 million better at the box office than Deep Impact, but Deep Impact was still like at $140 million. That's a pretty good return. 2009, we have Observe and Report, which did not do very well at the box office, versus Paul Blart Mall Cop, which did over $140 million at the box office. Both about mall security guards saving the day. Really? Who comes up with this? There are a few more that I'm just going to go through fairly quickly and not give too many details, but you'll obviously recognize these films. 2010, Despicable Me and Megamind came out virtually the same time, about villains that leave their evil ways and eventually turn good. One more year later, 2011, we have No Strings Attached and Friends with Benefits. They both start out with being platonic friends, all the characters in the movies, and at the end, actually kind of toward the middle, not so platonic anymore, which causes a problem, but they end up happily ever after. 2013, both of these movies I remember seeing, and I think this is the first time that I actually realized that I literally watched the same movie with different people. Olympus Has Fallen and White House Down. Now, are you a Channing Tatum fan? Or are you a Gerard Butler fan? I don't know. Both movies did okay. Both about Secret Service agents that end up saving the president from attacks and explosions. Pretty specific to be repeating this movie. We go as children to movies and it remains part of our lives. Movies have been competing for decades, and from looking at the box office numbers, that doesn't seem to end anytime soon. People love being entertained, and movies are just part of our culture. Regardless of what genre you like, there will always be movies that you can see. Hopefully, Hollywood can become a little more original in time. Some of the movies that also could be duplicated or were duplicated at the same time: Finding Nemo and Shark Tale, Freddy vs. Jason, Alien, and Predator. You choose what you like and what you think you want to spend your money on, but at the end of the day, I don't see this trend ending anytime soon. Cut.